Jay. Oh, God. I'm having a day. I'm
Oh, good.
having a
And Sean,
yeah.
Praying
These
for you, Nick.
good morning. Are you okay with me challenging you, Nick?
absolutely
10 days for this call. 10
10
days from
days.
now, we're gonna do this call. And if we can get 20 people, I'll be on the call too. Otherwise, it'll be you, Sean, Jay.
Okay. It has to be on a Monday or Wednesday.
No, it could be
So
whatever day. Around 10 days. You
around 10
tell
days.
us.
Okay. Works.
You pick the time, you pick the place, we'll promote it, we'll figure it out, and we'll help you with all that logistical stuff. In
Okay.
10 days, because we've done two major presentations recently. Good morning, everybody. We've done two major presentations recently. We did the Wellness 360 CAC. 10 days on the clock, we had 170 people on that.
Oh, wow.
10 days for our Australia international one. We had a ton of people, like 50, 60 people on that call. It was a small group. It took 10 days from decision to actualization. So I believe we can do the same thing as well too. And we want to help you get your 10 and 2 done sooner rather than later, you know?
Right.
Down?
I'm down.
Okay, cool. Tell me today a time and a date, and let's figure it out.
Find my calendar.
All right, sounds good. Hey, Pia. Sorry, we just did some quick coaching here. We're good. We're doing a youth call. Hey, who here is people in their youth, 20s, 30s that you love to recruit in your business? Yeah? I know a lot of us are like my kids, my grandkids, my nieces, nephews, right? They won't listen to me, right? So bring them onto this call. They will definitely listen, you know?
Are you gonna give us the information of where the call is?
Oh, it's going down now. It's going down, right? So Nick will let us know and we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I think I'm going to shoot for the 15th. I'm going to get a hold of Jay, see what his
Okay.
availability is, and Sean's.
Perfect. Keep us posted.
Yep,
Awesome.
we'll
Awesome.
do.
Let's go. Got a couple minutes on the clock. Good morning, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. Angie. What's up, superstar? Diane, Kamisha, Sean, Annette, Betty, Maria.
I got to
Hey.
start working on Jay's challenge as well.
Oh, baby. Here we go. It's a day of challenges. Pia, I'm excited for today. Are you pumped? Oh, she's wired.
I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped.
How are you feeling on day 3?
Day 3 of Miracle Morning, day 2 of Challenge, day 1 of the rest of my miraculous life. I feel fantastic.
Good.
Feel
I
fantastic.
love Pia's energy.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
thank you, my love. Oh, yeah, it's good. It's so many good things happening, and I feel really good because I just got this by James Zing. Hello.
Oh, oh, it's an honor. It's an honor if anyone
I
ever
love a
reaches
good fast. I used to do the Daniel fast all the time,
out.
every year, 21 days, and people would be like, "What?" Angie would be like, "What are you doing?" Like, so yes, I love a good fast. Maybe not 21 days this time, but I'm definitely going to do it.
Oh,
Definitely be.
good. It's an honor from an author to another author. It's an honor.
Good morning, everybody. Finally
Good.
got
Hey,
on.
beautiful. How are you?
I'm good. Technical stuff. Why does the computer decide to reboot when you're trying to log in? So then I went to the phone, then I came back. So I'm here. How are you?
Everybody's
We're
good.
wonderful. We're wonderful. Disruption follows intention. Have you noticed that? It's so funny how that works. It's a law of this universe. So,
Yep.
but that's the fun part. Annette, Demetra, Teresa, Ashley, Diane, Betty, Eva, Shalia, Tammy. Hey, good
Woo-hoo.
morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. It's going to be a good day. Good day. Yes. Welcome to Miracle Morning Day 3. Good job. Good job on making it.
Good morning, everyone.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Great to see you. We'll start in 10 seconds. I'll give a couple announcements, then I'll pass it over to our hostesses with the mostesses. Have a good time. All right. Perfect. Hey, well, good morning, everybody. Whether you're watching live with our cool Zoomers today, what's going on? Give me a wave or throw a 5 in the comments. Or if you're watching on replay, great to see you as well. Welcome to our Warrior Movement, day 3 of the Miracle Morning. And super big shout out to our amazing hostesses, Pia and also Angie. They're doing a spectacular job. And we can already see the impact in everyone's life. I woke up today. And I'll tell you this first, Pia. Yesterday, I said I was a 5 out of 10 with waking up. Today, I was a 10 out of 10. I rolled out of bed. I was super pumped. I was super wired. So it kicked in today, so it feels real good. But just a couple of announcements so we orient ourselves. Number one, in our Wellness 360 group, great job, guys. I'm seeing a ton of buzz. I'm seeing a ton of engagement. It's getting really exciting for our whole community. But there is still time on the clock to do your transformation challenge. So if you or your clients have not yet submitted it, be sure to do so and still get people into this. Even if they're a couple days late, it's okay. Have them involved because our goal is to help them just to be able to progress and get their best results. Even if they do the drops only 21 days, for example, rather than 28, they're going to have way better results 21 days with us and 20 days by themselves. So still continuing to enroll them into that with the flyer here. Tonight as well, be sure to promote today for any person you want to be a partner with you. We're actually going to have as our special guest, Diane Odom, who also just hit 10 and 2. So congratulations to Diane.
Yay.
Yes, huge deal. And her story is incredible because she's going to talk about why she retired out of nursing for, 40 plus years into well care. Incredible story, tons of spunk. I still can't believe her age. You won't believe it as well too, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And we're also going to have on our Thursdays, we do special assignments that you can take action on to move forward in your business, both for brand new people and for those that have been around as well too. So you want to make sure you come into that and then just keep on plugging in, right? And then last but not least, just know our biggest training of the week is our Saturday Academy. This one's going to be super important because we are wrapping up our huge promotion. Can you believe that this is finally done, wherever that it is? We have our 10 and 2 that's going on, and we're going to be celebrating a lot of people's success. So I know that we have people here that are looking to wrap this up or have already wrapped this up. I know Pia's wrapped this up, Angie's wrapped this up, Pam's wrapped this up, Kim's wrapped this up, Diane's wrapped this up, we've wrapped this up. If this is in your mind, put VIP in the chat, by the way. Intentions are huge. I know Pia's going to be talking about that today, but I'm telling you, this is when the miracle stories happen. There's people right now that I know that you might feel like, is it even possible anymore? I'm telling you, with one decision, you can change anything in 48 hours. I've seen the most miraculous things happen because you said enough was enough. We're going to go for this. You're going to want to be on this. I spoke with Katie Holt-Larson. Carol's on as well too. Congratulations. Right on. She's excited to meet with the team. She's excited to meet with you. And so I'm going to be celebrating a lot of stories on this Saturday. And also we're going to be covering part 2 of our miracle goal setting training specifically towards your business. We're going to show you how to design your business so that you can get exactly what it is you want financially from this. So with that said, I'm going to toss it back to our amazing hostesses, but Pia, thank you for your time. Angie, here you go. I'm going to take myself off.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everybody.
Third morning, I guess it is. Technically, your second doing it by yourself. I'd just like to hear some feedback in the comments if this is resonating with anyone or if you're enjoying waking up a little bit earlier in the morning and practicing your savers. Put a 1 in the comments if you're enjoying it and you are, really actually taking advantage of doing all the savers. And I would say too, Angie, this is a good question for you. Also, don't be afraid if you're not embracing it or if you miss one of the 6 steps. I mean, I know you've done it now 3 times, Angie. The first time you did it, did you do it perfectly for, the first time you did it through every day?
No, I did not. And there was nobody paying attention if I was doing it or not. So, yeah.
That's right. That's right. And although we're not monitoring you, I promise, on on secret devices to see if you're actually doing it. It's all on an honor system, right? But I'm excited for you guys to share. You know, Annette says, I did better today than yesterday. That's key, right? Just getting better every day, because again, with all personal development, nothing happens overnight. Like, you know, it's going to take some time. It's going to take time to get your body used to waking up early. It's going to take some time to create the new habits. We're still in, you know, the unbearable phase, technically, where it might be a little bit more difficult for some. Becky woke up 30 minutes earlier. That's amazing, right? That's amazing. And so what we want to see is we want to see progress. We want to see advancement, right? And we want to see that you guys are making differences. Miracles typically don't happen overnight, right? Miracles don't happen overnight. And so today, I want to quickly talk about, if James would share the slide, I want to talk about homework first, and then Angie and I are going to get into the meat and potatoes of today, which is the first savor, which is silence. And I'm starting with this. This is the homework that is going to actually play really well into Saturday's Academy, because James and I apparently are separated at birth and we think alike. I promise you, he doesn't know like my plan of doing or what Angie and I are planning out. He has, you know, he has an overview, but like, it's just that word again, Angie, what is it?
Kismet. It's kismet.
Right.
The whole thing is kismet.
So I'm going to challenge you to start thinking about this, but on Saturday at Academy, I think he said during Academy, we're going to go back to that part 2 of the miraculous goals for the business. And so I think it's important to start thinking about, and here's why, because again, a miracle is a big, huge God-sized goal. But in order to get to your big, huge God-sized goal, you've got to hit little mini goals. And I want to challenge everybody to have like goals with the sprint, right? So we're on our first 10-day sprint. Like, I'm not a runner. I never ran track. In fact, I never did anything athletic. I was a mathlete, not an athlete. So
I like that. That's new.
I don't know why I'm using this track jargon to try to be cool. But I lost 30 pounds and now I'm talking about sprinting. But I will tell you that it's important to set many goals along the way, right? If you just have one big goal for either the end of the challenge or, you know, whatever, it's harder to see the progress and to rejoice in the rewards along the way, right? So we want to challenge you to set some smart goals, right? I'm not going to go through this because we all have heard them before. I don't necessarily like realistic. I like to think outside of the box. But again, you guys want to think about what your mini goals are for each of the 10 days of this sprint. You know, maybe it's doing another 10 and 2. Carol's just completed the first one. Angie and I did it. I'm working on my second one.
Me too.
Yay. So yeah, so let's set some mini goals and let's, you know, use James's knowledge and information and teachings this Saturday to really carve those out and figure out what's going to make the most impact in our business. Okay, next slide. Silence, meditation, prayer. We talked about this briefly the other day, right? The importance of silence and how that really, I think, is the first thing to set us up on a successful day. And one of the things that I think some people might, you know, try to do or cheat the system is, this is the first saver if you do it in order. And a lot of people try to do this in bed. And can anyone in the chat tell me why this is a bad idea? Why you need to get out of bed and remove yourself from your bed, you know, to do your silence? Let's see if I could, the first answer.
I know why.
Exactly.
Fall asleep again.
Yep, Pam got it.
Yep, exactly. It's an auto snooze. So yeah, you might start out with great intentions, but you're falling back to sleep. You've not kind of gotten your body up. So you have to get your body up and, you know, brush those teeth, take those drops, drink that lemon water, and do all those things first before you know, get into your thing. I like to leave my bedroom completely and go to a separate meditation space, or some people have a prayer closet, or wherever you go, living room, it doesn't matter, but you need to leave your bedroom if you can and practice that. Now, Angie, you use a couple different, I think you said you use one of the apps for
the Daily Calm.
Okay, the Daily Calm.
I love the Daily Calm.
And that's one where you can guide it, or
it's guided and you can actually pick. There's so many different people there. I like Tamara Levitt and I like Jay Shetty. But then there are people like LeBron James that'll jump on with like a podcast or something a little bit more, and they track you also. So you are accountable there as well. I love the Calm app.
Okay. If you go to the next slide, James, I think we've got some other, there's click through this. There's some tips, right, on this. We talked about going away from your bedroom. And if you're just getting started, deep breathing is good, but they're also, oh, insight timer was the one I couldn't remember. Insight timer, calm, mindfulness. And then I don't know if you guys can see this. I didn't send it to him ahead of time. I don't even know when I found this app. I think I found it in 2018. It's probably hard to see, but it's an app on your phone that actually is like meditation combined with hypnosis, and don't get freaked out, but it's a little bit of a like it's got the intentions in the background under the beach calm wave music, and there's a voice that's going over, and this one is called Lose Weight, because whenever I was trying to lose weight for my 25th wedding anniversary in 2018, I was like really struggling mentally, right? Like I was struggling mentally. And this was a good one to kind of just put the headphones on. It's 15, 20 minutes. So there's all kinds of apps is the reason I brought that up. And then also, last but not least, how many of you got the Miracle Morning app? There's an app if you want, it's paid for, but it's, I think you get like a free month or something, but then you have to pay for it, right, Ange?
Yeah.
And have meditations and silence on here. Okay, so those are our tips. And then, one last thing. I said I was going to follow up with this before I get into the big share of the day. Page 188 in the book, somebody was saying I was reading the affirmations too fast last night for bedtime. I was reading actually the bonus affirmations for bedtime number 3, but all 4 of them are on page 188 in your Miracle Morning book. So you guys can reference that in your book. I don't know if it's different on the, in fact, I know it's different on the Kindle version, but it's in that chapter on snooze, you lose. Okay, yeah, 188 on paperback. All right, now this is, because we're talking about silence and meditation, also prayer is a very important part of this. And I'm gonna ask for everybody's permission in the chat to talk about prayer for a minute. I know, there's a lot of people who pray on this call, but I don't want to offend anyone. So I'm going to ask permission in advance to talk about the miraculous power of prayer as it relates to this particular saver. So if I can get a 1 in the comments, if you're cool with me talking about the miraculous power of prayer, then I'm going to go ahead and share a story. And I sent James a picture. Angie doesn't even know what I'm going to do right now, but I hope I can make it through without crying.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So this picture is of my oldest and my youngest child. My oldest son was diagnosed with sickle cell disease shortly after birth. And imagine the sadness in our hearts when, you meet your soulmate at age 13 and you date all through junior high, high school, college. And, you get married, you get pregnant, and you find out you have this sickle cell trait. And they say, oh, well, the dad has to get tested too. So my husband got tested. And of course, as luck would have it, he had the trait too. And so genetically speaking, they said, well, there's a 25% chance any child you have will have this disease, a 50% chance they'll just carry the trait, and a 25% chance that they'll have nothing. And so obviously, genetic counseling, they want to talk to you about those options. And we're like, there's no other option. We're already pregnant. We're having this baby and we're just going to pray, right? And we did, and we had the baby. And when he was diagnosed, it was hard. And it was challenging because, we knew we wanted to have more kids. I wanted the Black Brady Bunch, just to be honest. I just wanted a gang of kids. I wanted 3. I have to laugh to keep from crying. So you guys, you'll learn that about me. 3 girls and 3 boys was my dream. So I was like, oh, every time we have a child, this is the challenge. So the reason I'm talking to you about this is because he was born with sickle cell disease. And my husband's maternal grandparents are like my role models in life and in the world. And we talk about Grandma Corbett often. She's the matriarch of their family and mine by default. And she's the most Christian-like person before she passed that I've ever seen. She actually has never said a bad thing about anyone. And she and her husband, Grandpa Corbett, would pray for my son so hard every day. In fact, they were such good at praying for him whenever he would have a very severe pain crisis. When he was little, if he would start hurting, he would say, I want Grandma Corbett's prayer. I want Grandma and Grandpa Corbett's prayer. Like he as a little child, like felt like when they pray for me, I feel better. And one of the prayers that Grandpa Corbett would pray every time, and they're of the apostolic faith, and they do believe in like, tarrying and speaking in tongues and things like that, if you're not familiar with that. But he would say, Satan, take your hands off. Clean his blood, God, in the name of Jesus, clean his blood. And other people in my family who were not as faithful would say, there's no cure, right? But there's no cure. He's never going to be cured. And it was almost as if it was like, why are you praying that prayer? Because he'll never be cured. But when I tell you, in 2015, my youngest daughter, and we call them the twins, even though they're 8 years apart, my youngest daughter was tested, and her blood, they said they couldn't have been more identical unless they were twins, like literally twins, right? Genetically, 8 years apart. She doesn't have the disease. My other daughter doesn't have the disease. My other son was adopted, so he doesn't have the trait or the disease. But Leah, our baby, who is now a member of the Warrior Movement, she was a freshman in college, and she was 100% match for his blood. And she agreed to undergo a bone marrow transfusion during her winter break of her freshman year on 100% academic college scholarship. She came home to Southern California and she donated her bone marrow to her brother, and he is cured. That will be this January. It will be she came home 15, 16 winter, and it happened in 16. So that'll be 8 years this January that he is sickle cell free. And the only thing that could have made this better is that if Grandma and Grandpa Corbett could have been here to see it. But when I tell you prayer works and prayer changes things, that is to me, the biggest testimony that I could give personally in my life. And so now she's been diagnosed with PCOS just last July. And so I'm praying for another big miracle, right? You guys, I've heard that the drops help. She's not, she's trying to go to law school. She's young. She wants to get married and have kids, but she just found out she had PCOS. So all they can do, the doctors, is say, oh, get on birth control, and that's it, right? So we're praying for another miracle. And I'm going to just leave you guys with that because I don't have anything bigger. Can't say anything bigger than that.
Oh, I'm on mute. Thank you so much, Pia, for your transparency. We're praying in agreement for that healing of your daughter as well, too. So if you guys are prayer warriors, pray with her as well. But than that, guys, homework for today. Do some type of prayer. Do some type of silence, whatever that it is. And day 3, amazing. We'll see you guys back on for day 4. Thank you, Pia. Thank you, Angie.
Thank you, Pia. Thank you, guys. Love you, girl.